We are back. Welcome back to another episode of the ONJ podcast. I'm your co-host, Jeremiah.
I'm your co-host Orlando.
Hope everyone's having a good day, a good night. Very busy NBA offseason. Orlando, what we got first?
What are the Celtics doing? Because they decided to trade Jaylen Brown to the 76ers. Okay? Their rival team. What do you think they got? Yeah, they got Maxey, they got VJ, they got Embiid, they got Paul George,
You're funny.
47-year-old
I'm
Paul
sorry.
George,
I was
who
not
has
ready.
injuries and like 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry. Maxi threw me completely off.
I didn't have to throw you off.
Maxi threw me off. Why though? Why? I mean, I see what you mean, but my bad. Yeah, Maxi just threw me off. I thought you was like you could start with Embiid or like I don't know. Maxi just threw me off. It just threw me off. I'm sorry.
Paul George.
Paul George.
Paul George.
Who else did they get? Or what else did they get?
Two firsts and 2 seconds. That's it. Paul George. Like 53-year-old Paul George.
53 is
In-
wild.
Injured Paul. 8 years ago, this would have been a nice trade. I think they forgot what year we're in. It's
They forgot.
2026. 2026. I don't think Paul George is the same person he used to be. Pandemic piece
Um,
of
Indeed.
your thoughts.
Hey, you don't think even after how he played last year that he hasn't outgrown that nickname, bro?
Oh, you talking about the nickname. I Jaylen Brown for Paul George is crazy. In the big 2026.
By Boston Celtics, are you referring to the most winningest, I believe, most winningest organization in terms of NBA championships in the entire National Basketball Association? Is that the organization we're talking about at the moment?
They ain't winning any more championships because they traded Brown for Paul George. They traded their Finals MVP for Paul George. They traded the guy who took them to the playoffs this season because they didn't have Tatum. Took them to put the team on his back. Took them to the playoffs. They decided to trade him. Not for Giannis. Not for Giannis. That was too complicated of a deal apparently. But Paul George, instantly, they had to do that, right? If I'm a Celtics fan, I'd be livid right now.
It's not like he had a career year last year either. I mean, uh, I don't
Unbelievable.
know. Um, it's very unexpected. Well, not unexpected in terms of him getting traded, but maybe more so like you're going off on like what what he was traded for. Um, I mean, I love Paul George. He was an MVP as an OKC, MVP candidate. Top three. In the OKC uniform. So, that season will always be etched in my memory. But yeah, Jaylen Brown. I mean, you were right though, right? You know, 100%. Like you were dead set on that 100%. I tried to bring you down to like 99.9, but you wasn't going. Like you wasn't budging. So I respect to you on just getting that prediction. But I love this for Philly. Um,
Oh yeah.
Maxi and Brown, like I could get jiggy with that. Like I can. Uh, it can work. I think it could work. They're Maxi, I think they can do well like playing off of each other. I mean, it's definitely this is really like an upgraded Derek Wright, if you ask me. I mean, this is a better situation, for Jaylen Brown. I mean, instead of Derek White at your PG, you have Tyrese Maxey. Now the wing position is going to be questionable. I'm trying to think who Philly would have to kind of fill in that PG role at the moment. But then they do still have BJ Edgecombe, so and I'm wondering. So will Jaylen Brown maybe have to play the three because he's he's 6'6". So I don't know if but he is a solid defender. And he's not like the smallest guard ever. So I'm sure he's capable of defending some bigger wings. But I'm curious to see what that lineup's going to look like. In terms
Dean
of
Wade.
Dean Wade. Okay, so
The
Dean Wade could
76ers,
probably
the 76ers just signed Dean Wade to
they
four
did
years, 39
39
million.
now. Yeah. So yeah, Dean Wade, he'll probably get into that. That's some good shooting. And then we'll see what Embiid can give you, next year. But I love this trade, for Philly. It just sucks, right? Because like if you're Boston, I think this could have been avoided, right? Like I mean, like you said, I mean he has a career year. He carries you, last year when your best player's out with an Achilles injury, and this is his repayment, kind of just this is his repayment, right? Being involved in trade talks year after year after year. And it's like, what more do I have to do to kind of show you I can play? Now, the conversation, some of the conversation we were having last episode was he's capable of having his own team, right? Like those were the some of the conversations that were being had. He has the talent. He's shown you, while Tatum was out, he averaged almost 30 that year. So he's definitely showing you that he can lead a team to the playoffs and, maybe even deep into the playoffs. And who knows how they could have played, how they would have played first round, if Tatum would have just sat out the whole year and Boston could have kept their flow going in terms of how well they were playing without Tatum, right? Like how well they adjusted without Tatum, and then having to kind of force Tatum back in, right? So I think like who knows how far like that could have helped Jaylen Brown's case even more, right? You get in the Celtics past the first round without Jason Tatum, like who knows what that conversation could have been like, right? But the thing I wanted to get at though was, I mean, this is a team with Tyrese Maxey, right? Another proven star. So it's like, who's the guy? I mean, we know Embiid. I mean, Embiid's there, but I mean, I guess we gotta see how his health is, because I mean, if Embiid's healthy, then of course he's the guy, right? But I mean, just judging by what we've seen, I don't know if Embiid is like maybe at that MVP level for 65 games or more. Like I don't really see that. But I mean, if he proves me wrong, I would love to see that if he can be that guy. But just from what we've seen, it doesn't look like that. So, and between Maxey and Brown, I wonder like who's the guy. And I mean, Jaylen Brown, he doesn't seem like he has to be the guy. But like we said, like he does have the talent for sure. So I'm wondering. But I was just speaking on like it was just been cool for him to have his own team, But I mean, being paired with Maxi, I mean that's good enough in itself.
The 76ers are looking like a great team. Um, yeah,
They are.
Brown doesn't get his own team. But just you know, you saw what he could do with the scraps that the Celtics gave him this season. Just imagine when
Scraps.
well,
Scraps is crazy.
imagine imagine what he could do having his point guard be Maxi,
Right.
his center being Embiid for the 6 games that he's gonna play. You know, a young up and coming VJ will be a sophomore, I think.
He will.
Um,
Yeah, he will.
so it's looking great for them. It's not looking great for the Celtics at all. Um, what are the Celtics? I just can't get over the fact that this is what happened. Because yes, I was right in my prediction that they were gonna trade him. The fact that you trade him for Paul George and you couldn't do any scouting to see what else you could have gotten on the market, and all you got is Paul George, makes it very
I mean,
questionable.
Giannis is gone. Ja is off the market at this point. I mean, who else? Like, who else do
There's
you have?
there's no way Jaylen Brown's value was this low, where all you could get is Paul George and 2 first-round picks.
I
There's
think
no way.
I don't even know if it was just his value was that low. I think the situation was probably just that bad. I mean, to where it's like Like we'll give you certain pieces. Like you know what I mean? We'll give you certain pieces, you know what I mean, in terms of like oh I lost my thought. Like we'll give you like even though he's worth this, you know, like we'll give you what we have just because the situation kind of just egged out, you know what I mean, so long and it just got bad. It seemed like it just got bad so quick, you know, like and I mean just because I mean this is what I mean we keep talking about the trade rumors, but like this was what like maybe the third year in a row. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's been 2 or 3 years that he's been involved in trade rumors. So
It
it's
it
like,
feels like since he's been a Celtics, he's been a trader rumors low key.
yeah.
That's what it feels like sometimes.
Yeah, like maybe since he's been a Celtic or even like or maybe even because what the finals or maybe even since the finals MVP. Like I don't know. But it's like I mean you win a finals MVP, you carry the franchise, you know, while the franchise player is out. I mean like it's time to go. You know, like it's just time. You just it's time to go. But yeah, it did seem to just get bad so fast. I don't know what they're doing though. I mean, Brad Stevens may be cooking up something, but I don't know, maybe he's cooking up some hot pockets, but it's like I think I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what the plan is. I mean, we'll see. I guess we'll see how Jason Tatum and PG, you know, what they're able to do on those wings, and I mean, what backup guard do you even have? Like, I mean, I know you got Derek White, but who else is?
For
I
the
mean, I guess
Celtics,
yeah. Like, am I
so if we could
missing
talk
some?
about who they signed for free agency, I think
Okay,
they got Mike Conley on a 1 year deal. So that's I guess the guard. And then for center, they ended up signing Mitchell Robinson to a 3 year, $47.4 million deal.
yeah, they did.
So
Uh, yeah. I mean, I like Mitchell Robinson. Very active big. I mean, as he's known for, you know, his rebounding. You know, constant lob threat. You know, and great rim protector. You know, hustle rebounder, offensively, defensively. I just don't see it. I'm trying to
my
see it. I'm trying to
my
see
thought
it.
my thoughts are with Mitchell Robinson right now. Um, just because he came out open, he put his all on that Knicks series. They won a championship. Shout out to him. But he did come out publicly and said, he was going through some things um during that time. And it was difficult for him, but he still pushed through and he was there for the team. And for him to go to from that situation to then going to the Celtics, seeing as how the Celtics just treated Jaylen Brown. Um, hopefully the organization, treats him well, and the fans. We know Celtics fans can be a little, how the Celtics fans can be. So hopefully, they treat him well over there. If he's still going through the issues, the mental health issues, hopefully everything turns out well for him, with the decision because getting spooky over there with the in Boston.
Yeah, Celtics fan, they can be a little edgy, a little edgy. Um, but yeah, no, we'll see how that goes. You know, Mike Conley, I guess I don't know. I mean, will he start? I'm really trying to see. Like, I don't know if this is like a rebuilding year or you know, like I mean, I don't. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know, but nah, definitely a great get for the 76ers. I mean, even though you lose Kelly Oubre, which we'll talk about later. But I mean, you still get, you know, Jaylen Brown. So I guess Brown will be the three, right? Or do you don't bring BJ off the bench, right? No.
No,
Okay.
Brown, I
Yeah.
guess, yeah, the three.
Yeah. So
Him and
Maxi,
VJ could interchange like two and three anyway.
yeah. No, I mean I could see it though. You could wear. I'm just trying to think of who, like what young piece because they lost Quentin Grimes as well, which we'll talk about. Um, I was trying to think like what other like what wing depth do they have? I mean, if Justin Edwards maybe he's gonna have to take an extra step forward. Um, I
If
mean,
they had McCain,
yeah, yeah, good point. I mean, did they get a draft pick though? I think the 76ers they got somebody.
How long is he gonna stay there? Yeah, they get a draft pick, but how long is he gonna
Who,
stay there? Seeing their track record,
who Jaylen Brown?
huh?
How long is Jaylen Brown gonna stay there?
How long is the 76ers draft pick that they drafted gonna stay there? You know,
Oh,
so
oh.
they're quick to trade them.
Nah, LeBron Phylon. I mean, he's probably been one of the more talked about prospects. Like everybody loves him. Like I mean, he's definitely skilled. So he may be able to kind of fill that Jeremy McCain role. But yeah, I mean, Jaylen Brown. I mean, he's gonna make some good money in Philly, and sure they're gonna get a lot of wins. So, in regards to the Celtics, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I'm sure there was another. I'm sure there was another blockbuster trade as well.
Yeah, this was the trade we were originally gonna open up this episode with, and then like an hour before we started recording, Jaylen Brown decided to get traded. So, thank you for the
How
Celtics for the timing, because good thing they did it before the episode. Imagine we recorded and then they traded him after. Would not have like that. But
still, I ask
Kawhi,
myself, what do you hurt me?
Kawhi is traded.
You
What are you
know
seeing?
the same. I know you don't love me, baby. Trying to take you. Like you singing. Like you talking about the Raptors. I was just singing one of my favorite.
This America's Got Talent.
I was just singing one of my favorite Canadian songs. You know what I mean? That's all.
Are you ready for?
Am I ready? Hold on. All right, we ready now. Hold on. All right, it should be good. Is it good? Two.
You ready for this next trade?
Am I ready? I'm as
Are you?
ready. I'm as ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
The Kawhi Leonard saga in the Clippers has come to an end.
Talk about
As
it.
the Clippers have traded Kawhi back to the Toronto Raptors for Brandon Ingram, Dick, two first round picks, one pick swap,
Did you say his
and
first
two
name?
Grady Dick, and
Oh,
two second round.
wait, hold up. Pause. Hold up. Did you only pronounce the last name? Wait, hold up.
I gotta make sure you're paying attention. I gotta make sure
Wait,
you're paying
hold
attention.
on. What?
Gotta make sure you're paying attention. All right. That's that's on Kawhi going back to the Raptors.
Bro, what?
It's
Oh
not my fault
man.
that's his name.
But you just went straight to the last name. Like he got a first name.
I mean, we call Kawhi with just his first name. We don't say his full name. Like,
All right. All right. My thoughts. That was the question at hand, correct? I'm sorry.
your thoughts on Kawhi going back to the Raptors?
um, another another unexpected trade. Um, not I didn't. I mean, I guess it makes sense. The Clippers have been the Clippers for long enough. It's time to try a different method. And and just start something new. You get rid of James Harden. You send him to Cleveland, right? Uh, get rid of you got rid of Paul George, right? Sent him to the Sixers, right? So I mean, it's definitely time to start young, right? You got Darius Garland, you've got Benedict Mathurin, uh, you got Brandon Ingram back in this trade, so you got fairly younger a bit, and Kawhi gets to, I guess, I guess from reports, it seems like he really wanted to, spend his last years in Toronto. I didn't know Toronto meant that much to him. So that's interesting. I mean, it's news to me, but it's good to see. From a basketball perspective, I mean, it can work. I mean, he does. He seems like just from his career. I mean, he does seem like just a plug and play type of guy. I mean, seems like he fits any system, any role. Like I'm sure he'll be able to play any role that you need him to be, lead and score. Lockdown defender, playmaker, like whatever you would need. I mean, so I'm curious to see how the coaching staff creatively could kind of use him within the offense, especially with like Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett. Um, I think the only weakness maybe is point guard for the Raptors. But I mean, Kawhi gets to come back to a team where brought a whole nation a championship. I mean it's a pretty nice reunion.
Um, did I think Kawhi going back to the Raptors
Hmm.
there's a few ways you could look at it on what has happened. Um, I think number one, um, back then I think many restaurants were offering him like a lifetime supply to eat at the restaurants or something.
So
If he
so he
was
got
to stay
hungry.
at the Raptors, hey, you can save a lot of money if you're like the biggest star in Toronto. Imagine just walking down and he's like, Kawhi, come in, lunch on me. Kawhi, dinner on me. It's like he could save a lot of money there. He's basically like a big celebrity. He brought them the championship. Maybe
So
he's
this is like
hoping.
a edible arrangement, basically.
No comment. I just think there's a lot of benefits to going to Toronto compared to going to any other team because he's probably the biggest celebrity in Canada, basketball wise. Because he brought them a champion. No, it's not just food. They'll probably offer him other stuff. Um,
Hmm.
but I think also there's a pending case about Kawhi, getting money for planting or unplanting or looking at trees. Um, that could be considered money laundering from the Clippers side. Um, why are you looking at me like that? Like
Wait,
you don't remember this?
is that the same with the where he was paid to another company? Is
Yeah,
that the
yeah,
same case? Wait, what
yes.
what trees got to do with it? Was that something I
Wasn't
missed?
it a tree planting company?
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I got you. Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you.
So
I'm with you.
I think Kawhi wants to get as far away from LA to avoid that case. So he's like, let me move out the whole USA in general.
Bro, I've not heard nothing about that case. Like it's been like that was like the best PR job of all time. Cause like I have not heard a single thing. Like I hear more about like Malik Beasley and Terry Rozier than I do about that one. Like
Yeah.
maybe their
Is it
PR
still in
team
their
ain't working hard enough.
investigation? I'm pretty sure it's still in their investigation by NBA or something.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Something big like that. We're talking
That's why
millions
he
of
moved.
dollars.
That's why he moved out of the country.
Shit. I mean, Steve Ballmer is still the owner though, so I mean, there must be like it must not be that big of a deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but like it must be like there must be like a resolution or something, you know.
I don't know. I just know he's getting far away from LA. Far away. He's getting out of the state in general.
I
So
actually saw that. I saw that on Twitter. People are just like Twitter will figure out anything, you know? Like they'll like so you really think like this that's a plausible reason. Like that's a potential reason for the trade.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I just Googled it. The NBA is actively investigating allegations about, the Clippers circumventing the salary tax.
That's that's been that's been a while though.
I don't know. I don't
Because
know.
that
Think
that
about
first
it though.
popped up,
If they're still investigating it now, right?
right.
They were worried about other things. They're still investigating it. Kawhi's with the Raptors. They'll probably drop it and forget about it. They already basically forgot about it.
That's
Now this gives them another reason to completely erase it.
essentially, yeah. And I mean, and it would make sense from a team's perspective too. Like if you're the owner and you're potentially like involved, like your name was kind of brought up in that case too. So it's like, why wouldn't I want to, trade him off to a
Yeah,
whole nother jurisdiction? You know what I mean?
exactly.
Um, so if all this is true, it's a cold game. It's a very very cold game. But I mean, are are the Raptors a better team just from this trade? You get rid of Brandon Ingram. You got rid of Grady Pauls. You got I mean
Just
you
say
got
his
rid of
last
some,
name, bro.
huh?
Just say his last name.
Why you want me to say last name? Like
That's his last name. It's not his fault
that's
that's his last name. That's just his last name.
I mean his last name is his last name. I don't mean I gotta say it. Like it is what it is.
I
What?
guess.
Grady Jayhawk. Like what? What do you want me to but yeah, I think
Did you lose your train of thought?
you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good at what you do. You're good at what you do. You're good. You're good at what you do. But but yeah, I think you lose Grady Pauls, you lose Brandon Ingram, but it's like, you still got some core guys, right? I love Colin Murray Boyles. I mean, he's like, that Draymond, very skilled, can kind of do everything on the court. I think once he works on his shot enough, he's gonna be like he's gonna make a lot of money. Like he's gonna make a lot of money. Um, but you still got him, Jamal Sheed, like great backup PG. One, it's just I don't know. And then quickly is an interesting situation because I don't think he's a bad player. I just don't think that he's a necessarily a full time PG. You know what I mean? Like a full time starting PG. You know what I mean? That you would kind of count on every night. Like I love Jamal Sheed. And I think like quickly, I think the role that quickly had with the Knicks was like perfect. That was a perfect role for him. You know what I mean? And he got paid for it, right? To try to see if this could translate to a starting role. I don't really know if it's kind of really translated as easily as maybe some would have thought, or maybe I would have thought. But I think maybe if you like maybe put Jamal Sheed in that starting lineup and then with this team, I think it could work. Like you still got Jakopola, right? He's still on the team. He hasn't been,
Yes,
yeah,
I think he's
still
on.
got Jakopola. Of course, I didn't even mention probably potentially the best player, Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett. So you've got like a good 7, 8 man rotation. I love the dude Battle, Jameson Battle, I think that's his name. He's good too. Like, he can shoot the ball. He's very skilled as well. Kind of has some good height as well, like maybe 6'8", 6'7", I don't know. But Toronto, I mean, I think they could build on what they did last year. I really do.
I think the Raptors are going to be good after this trade, depending on how many games Kawhi plays. I think that's the biggest thing. Obviously, Kawhi hasn't played many games of recent with the injuries that he's had. So I think that's the biggest thing here with the Raptors is can Kawhi play, a full season to push them through to higher heights, a higher ceiling in the playoffs. Um,
Right.
so I think that's the biggest thing on their end. On the Clippers end, I do want to give a big shout out to the Clippers just from the fact that they went from having no future when they traded all their picks for Paul George and gave Kawhi everything he wanted to, getting younger. They had the fifth overall pick this draft. They got Garland, they got um Brandon Ingram. I think they got two
Wagner,
picks.
yeah.
Well, they got two picks out of this trade. I think they have another pick from the Zubac trade too. I think it's like a
Okay.
2029 pick.
Okay.
So they have picks now. From trading all of them away, they ended up, retooling very fast, very quickly. Where they're not just tanking now. Like it's not like they traded away the pieces for picks or for potential guys. These are guys that Garland was an all star, Ingram was an all star. So they got guys that can play, that were all stars. So good for them for retooling so fast.
No, for sure. And Brandon Ingram's entering his prime. You know what I mean? So that's always good. Now, I wonder, now, are we expecting Kawhi, are they, should they agree to an extension? Or I don't know if they have already, if it's been reported. I don't know if you saw, like, should an extension be coming soon, you think? Or will they just let him play the season out? Like, what are you thinking in terms of,
I think
because I
I
mean,
think an extension is coming soon because from what I
okay.
saw, the Raptors was the one team he said he would sign an extension with. So
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
think it's also one of the reasons. That's why I was more talking about Kawhi wanting to go to the Raptors because he was like he wants to get out of the country and he was specifically the Raptors. I'll only re-sign with the Raptors. You know, there had to be a reason it was only the Raptors.
Now imagine if like now imagine if like it just didn't go through or something and then like you just get a you just get a random notification. The Clippers release Kawhi. He's signing in EuroLeague with like, Real Madrid or something like that. Like that would be crazy.
Crazy.
But no, I mean, I I love the point you brought up too. I mean, definitely a shot to the Clippers for sure. Just for, I mean, the Shea trade was very like you said. I mean, it was a lot. It pushed the team maybe back a couple years, but you're able to kind of retool. You get some good wing help. I'm trying to think the center because I know it'll be Garland, Mathurin most likely, Ingram. Yeah, I don't know who else they got. I mean,
Brook
center
Lopez, I
Brooke
think he's still there.
Lopez, right? Brooke Lopez. I guess the four they may have to figure that out. Um, but no, I mean both teams. I think they did pretty well. But of course, Clippers you get some picks, so I think it'll be good.
Next up, is another big piece of news that kind of happened
This is
right around
actually
the.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, my bad to cut you out. This is actually like the more I think about it, like this is a wild trade to be honest. Because Clippers, you're getting a younger wing star plus picks.
yeah, they did good. They did really good when you think about it.
Like Brandon Ingram would have been enough. Like Brandon Ingram would have been enough, but you're getting Grady Pauls, like which is a great shooter. You know what I mean? And then like a floor spacer, and then you're getting picks on top of that. No, yeah, yeah. Shout out to Clippers. No, that's a great deal. That's a really good deal.
I agree. I agree. Ready for this next? Oh, you got something you want to say?
This makes me bring up. See, now, I just thought of. Now it made me think of another question. Now, are these salaries getting too high? Right,
Yes, we've been over this. I think we talk about this every episode. The salaries are too much.
but I think this is a great example though because it's like because I don't know. Think it. What was Ingram making? Ingram was making 40. So he was making 41. He's gonna make 40. He's making 40 mil next year. Kawhi's gonna make 50. So I guess the salaries have to match up, right? In terms of trades, right? So it's like instead of like because you gave Kawhi this big old deal, now you kind of have to now you kind of have to get like a lot more for him. So then maybe it's not that bad. Maybe salary like I don't like you get what I'm trying to explain. Like it's like you gotta like these high deals, like teams have to give up a lot more. You know what I mean to kind of equate the high amount of money. If that makes sense.
I mean, all they had to include was one more player. It's not like they traded. It's not like the
So
Giannis trade when they included like 30.
so the picks were extra, so they didn't have to include the picks.
The picks don't count towards the salary.
They don't.
No.
So they just throw them in just cause.
Yeah, the Clippers said give us picks, and then the Raptors was like, okay.
That's what I've been trying to figure out. Like if the picks like because that's why I was wondering because like it seemed like because with these like crazy amount of picks, I've always wondered like how do they place a value on them, but they don't count towards salary.
They don't count towards salary.
Okay, I've been trying to figure it out. Okay, all right, I think we're good. All right, I think we're good. I think
You're
we're good.
good. Okay.
I think we're good.
The other piece of news we got around the same time that the Kawhi trade happened was that LeBron James decided that he was not going to re-sign with the Lakers. Um, he went to the Lakers and he was like, "Y'all do y'all business with free agency. Do not include me in that because I will not be back." So I guess now he's looking to where he wants to go. What other team he's gonna go towards? And with that, once the Lakers found that out, I think they panicked. They had 30 minutes and they immediately signed like four people, um, really quickly. Because the notification from Shan was like Lakers, 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 Lakers. Um, so we'll start with the first one. They ended up acquiring Walker Kessler from the Jazz, um, for an unprotected first round pick in 2031 and 2033, and first round pick swaps in 2028 and 2030. And once they acquired him, they signed him to a 4 year, $130 million deal.
I should know this, but can you explain pick swaps? I mean, I have a computer in front of me, but maybe
Mhm.
somebody else may not know what pick swaps are.
Let's
So
say let's say I traded with you and gave you a pick swap, right?
okay,
The draft happens, right? I get the first overall pick. You get
okay,
pick like 27.
okay.
You have the right to swap those picks so then I would get 27 and you would get number one.
Wow. So it's basically it's an advantage basically to see if the team that you traded with has a higher pick. If the team that you trade with has a higher pick, they can activate that pick swap.
Yep,
Okay.
correct.
Oh, that's not too bad. Oh, that's okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, but yeah.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There's more.
Oh, my
There's
bad.
more. There's more.
Okay. My bad.
I figured we would just tackle. We're gonna treat this like it happened to me. We're getting the five notifications at the same time.
Just like
Okay.
that.
After that, they ended up signing Sandro to a 4 year, 52 million deal. Then they got Grimes to 4 year, 60 mil, and then they got Sexton to 2 years, 19 mil. And I think that was the last one. All went
Where
in
do
the
we
span of like 30 minutes.
where do we start? Jeez Louise. Um,
I know where I'm gonna start.
I mean, okay, I guess we start. Okay, so Lakers. Uh, you let LeBron go, which is understandable. It's
I mean,
41.
LeBron said he didn't want to come back.
He didn't want to come back. Um, I mean, you're trying to go young, trying to build young. Um, do I like the pickups? I do. Um, now does Aiden come off the bench? And
Yes.
it's wild that you said all those names, and the first thing I went to was Aiden. So that's kind of it's kind of it's kind of I'm trying to cipher through it. But okay, so Aiden comes off the bench, so a great backup center. I mean to have behind Kessler. Uh, so I think okay, so you got Luca, you've got Reeves. I'm hearing Rui's gonna be out the door, so maybe no Rui. I don't know. Um, Kessler. So I guess you just got to fill in the small forward and the power forward spots. Uh, Sandro, or maybe you fill it in with Sandro, because he had a great year for the Raptors last year. I mean, he definitely, and I think he was only making like what, like 2 million, 2.5 mil last year. Well, only, I mean, that's a lot of money. But I mean, from NBA, like, I mean, that's kind of a low salary from what you see from everybody else. So for him to get like pretty much a 9, $10 million increase, shout out to him for real for like playing his way into that next contract. Um, Colin Sexton, I like just the guard depth that he can bring. As well, Quentin Grimes shooting, right? I mean, like we said last episode, shooting's at a premium. He's definitely, and he's not just a shooter. I mean, he's a scorer, and he could put the ball in the basket, right? So, you get him on a solid deal as well, and it's good for him to finally get a long term deal as well. I mean, what was his deal again? It was like 4 year. what was it, 4 year,
4 year 60.
60, yeah, 4 years, 60 mil. So shout out to him as well, because I mean he's kind of been on 1 year deals for the past couple years. Teams weren't really ready to like kind of give him a long-term deal. So, he gets that. I mean, it's great. Jazz, they get a lot, in this deal. So shout out to the Jazz. Right? And maybe this makes sense because I was kind of questioning that Nurkic deal because I was like, dang, you're paying $11 million to Nurkic as a backup center. Like that's a lot of money, right? But
Man, man.
for a backup center,
In today's day and age, when starting people are making 50, you look at 11 and you're like, okay, I mean,
I don't know. I was looking at that because what is he? Jokic is Yusuf Nurkic is like 31. Well, he's 31. So I mean, he's not old, so like he can still play. I mean, he averaged a double double last year too, 10 points, 10 rebounds. So I mean, he definitely played his way into that deal. But it's like, I mean, he was like, like that's a lot to give to a back. Like, I don't know if I'll pay 11 mil for a backup. Like that's a lot. So I wonder if them giving him that contract, maybe like Kessler was kind of, out the door in a sense. You know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, I mean, Jazz, you get. I gotta. So what was the? Can you go through the picks again? What was the picks? Like the picks that the Jazz, like what did the Jazz get?
it's crazy. They got a 2031 and 2033 first round pick, and then
Okay,
a 28 and 30 pick swaps.
okay. Oh, so just picks. So just draft stuff. Just draft capital. Oh, that's it. No players.
That's it.
Players. I mean,
Who
I think
cares about players? They basically got four first round picks for a guy that they were probably gonna let walk because I don't
uh
think they were gonna match. I don't think they would match. First
but
off,
yeah.
4 years, 130 million for Kessler Walker is a crazy deal.
Oh yeah, he was restricted. I forgot. Yeah, he's got
Yes.
yeah.
So the
Kessler's
Lakers
Kess
couldn't. The Jazz could have. If the Lakers offered him the deal, they could have matched it. But like, do you match the deal or do you be like, just give me a first few round picks? You got him. I'll take the
mm,
pick.
that's a good
Especially given the fact that if you look at the Lakers now, I don't think they have any more picks to trade. The fact
point.
that they traded their four picks, four tradable picks that they had on one deal for Kessler Walker just to give him $130 million is kind of crazy. Because the roster now, it is what it is. Like if throughout the season you want to make any trades, you have no picks to entice a team to make a trade with you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is spooky. That is very spooky. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, when you put it like that, I mean, Jazz, they definitely did. They did. They did come out pretty well. And you still got a center, in Nurkic. I'm sure they have some young guys that they drafted too. Like I'm sure they got some depth as well. Like
I think
behind. Oh yeah,
just
they still
quickly
got. Oh yeah.
I think Luca's deal ends in 2029. I think it
Mm-hmm.
runs to. And the
Mm-hmm.
Jazz's picks are a swap in 2030, an unprotected in 31 and 33. So if Luca
Mm-hmm.
leaves, they'll start looking like some nice picks.
That's a good point. So yeah, so I guess Luca's not leaving. If you want to.
I don't
Okay,
know.
shoot. I guess Luca ain't leaving it. Nah, yeah, that's a good point. Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, the Jazz are looking good though, because I forgot they still have Filipowski too, who's arguably a starting center too. And I wonder if he played a part too, kind of, because he's good. Like he's skilled, like really skilled. I mean, he had an interesting, draft situation, but I mean, he's been able to kind of conquer all of that and still kind of hoop. So I mean, have him and Nurkic, as your two bigs. I really like those odds. I mean, there was so I think him as well kind of played a part too, because I think he's like just that good, to that you don't really need three centers and you don't need to pay Walker Kessler, like when you have two quality bigs, like you said, like you don't I don't think you really necessarily have to give you don't really have that much incentive to give Walker Kessler a $130 million contract. You know what I mean? When you're probably gonna have other guys that you're gonna want to sign, i.e. maybe a Keontae George, you know what I mean? Like or, maybe I mean, I don't know. I mean, whoever else comes up, like, but Keontae George is probably going to come up pretty soon too. So he's probably going to, be due some money as well. So, we'll see though. I mean, I don't know.
Yep.
I'm trying to see,
No,
trying to see.
but
Yeah, because yeah, Keontae. I wonder if they're going to sign him this summer, or if they're maybe going to just let him. Because I wonder like what more do they need to see from Keontae? Because I mean, he's played tremendously. Like I mean, he averaged like 23 last year. So it's like I wonder what more do they need to see from him? He's only 22 at the moment, so like I wonder.
yeah, we'll see.
But Jazz, they came up. They came up for sure.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
And it's good though, and
Um,
it's good that Jaren Jackson doesn't have to play that five either, right? No, I think like I've kind of always like seen like I mean he's definitely not a five. Like anybody could see that. Like he's not a center. So I think it's just gonna be a great deal for him to kind of play against play with two quality bigs and Filipowski and Nurkic and um, Jazz. They should be good next year, depending on how Darren Peterson comes in. I mean, they should be a solid squad
yeah, yeah, I agree. I think the Jazz's tanking days are over. Um,
for sure, for
so
sure.
now it's time for them to be competitive. And they're looking nice. Now the Lakers, yeah, good luck. Good luck with no more happen.
I don't know. I don't know. And you lose Marcus Smart. Like I don't know. I mean, we'll get into Marcus Smart later, but like yeah, I don't know. Lose LeBron, Marcus Smart, keep Bronny though. So keep Bronny, guaranteed contract. But yeah,
You
I don't
thought
know.
LeBron said he wasn't going to resign after his Bronny's contract became guaranteed.
It's a W dad right there.
The
It's
W dad,
definitely
the W
that's a
dad.
W
Shout out
dad
to
right
him. And
there.
and
W
and
dad.
I was thinking about this too when the LeBron said he wasn't coming back. LeBron's the first. LeBron and Bronny are the first like father son duo to be able to play on the same team. Are they gonna be also the first father son duo to be able to like play against each other? Um, since they'll be on different teams.
Mm,
Has there been a son father duo
I
that played with
think
each other?
there has. I'm just trying to think of who that could have been. Uh, I don't know. I gotta look that up. Doc Rivers, Oster? No, no. Um, Kenyon Martin? No, no, no.
Let me see. I'm doing a quick Google search.
Uh, Trying to think. Tim Hardaway? No, no. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it could be
I don't see anything. Anyway, but that's something that
Jabari
kills my
Smith.
mind.
No, yeah,
No.
no.
Funny enough, all the ones you're naming have been ones that LeBron has faced their father into. I'm pretty sure.
That's wild. That's out of
All
pocket.
right. So next, there's been a
Next,
lot of signings, a lot of re-signings. There's no structure. I'm just gonna say out some contracts, and then we'll just
um,
quickly talk about them, unless there's a
can we just do
specific one
a
you want to talk about. One.
no? Let's do a slight pivot. Like I don't like how you're avoiding your own squad, bro. All right, let's talk about the Orlando Magic. Okay,
Okay.
all right. A week ago, Jonathan Isis waived. As of July 1st, for 3:43 p.m. Let me just throw it out there. Isaac has been signed to a 1-year deal. How y'all announce y'all signings is pretty it's very New York Jetish. I'm not even gonna hold you. Because the Jets do the same thing on their Facebook, like on their social medias, like they announce everything. Like we're interviewing such and such coach, like they let the fans know like everything. So like how y'all like announce y'all signings is like it's very unorthodox.
How is it
Um,
unorthodox
it's like
that we announce we signed somebody?
it's just how y'all do it though.
What do you
Like
mean?
it's so personal. No, I like it's personal. Like it's like it doesn't seem like usually teams will post a graphic. You know what I mean? Or like a you know what I mean? Or like like a like I don't know, like your Twitter, like y'all would literally go on Twitter. We have signed Jonathan Isaac. Like I don't really know if that like for $1 billion organization, like that doesn't really seem like a the most like professional way to kind of announce that. So like it's very personal, like it's very like kind of like casual, which I like because you know what I mean it just keeps it like like kind of like keep the fans engaged. You know what I mean? So just to talk about the Magic, right? Um, new coach, right? So a new coach, Sean Sweeney, right? So what does he do? He brings back Jonathan Isaac, you know, uh after they waived him. So I guess they had a Bible study, and maybe prayed about it and you know, the and I guess the result of that was like, okay, we're signing you back. Like this was great. You changed my life. Like God bless you. So it's like, that then you get but you lose Mo Wagner, to the Nets, two for 19. But you bring back legend, Mavs, maybe a top two, a top two Mavs. Well, no, sorry. A top five Mavs center, and he's not one or two. So maybe three, four, or five. I don't know. I mean, what you putting them over Dwight and Shaq? I mean, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said Mavs. I was confused for a minute.
Oh, my bad. Maybe I did. Magic. My bad. Magic. So we got Vucevic coming back on a 1 year deal. You got Javon Carter coming back on a 1 year deal. So just your thoughts on your squad alone and just your thoughts on these deals. Will Coach Sweeney be able to bring over some of that finals energy, and bring and make us and pull a Stan Van Gundy and bring y'all back to the promised land?
I
Uh,
hope.
just your thoughts.
All right. First things first, all these deals were for vet minimums. Um, so if anybody's wondering what we paid literally the bare minimum, the vet minimum.
Yeah, I ain't got
Next,
no money.
you ain't got no money at all, at all. Um, next, welcome home to Vucevic. We're glad to have you back. Um, I know that 1 year with the Celtics, that half a year with the Celtics was pretty hard on you, and that's why you had to come back home. We welcomed you with open arms. So welcome back. We're glad to have you back. Um, you will provide great offense off the bench. And we're glad to see you back home. Um, Javon Carter, I guess we needed more guard depth, and that's what we decided to go with. Um, I don't know who else we were gonna get for the vet minimum. So I guess we'll bring back somebody who was there. Jonathan Isaac, we waived him because we owed him $14 million. Once we waived him, we only had to pay him $8 million. And apparently that also gives us the option that we could re-sign him back for the vet minimum. Um, so whatever blackmail he has on the Orlando Magic, um, I want to know. I want to understand um, what relationship he has with the front office. It's just very interesting that you give him this big contract, then you waive him, and then you decide, with this open roster spot, instead of trying to use it on somebody else, instead of trying to get a shooter in here, we're just gonna bring Isaac back because we love him so much.
Mhm.
Um, very interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Indeed. Uh, I mean, not really no splash trades. I mean, you're playing Bane to Max. You're playing. I think Wagner's contract kicks in. Did it kick in last year or does it kick in this
Last
year? I
year,
don't.
last year. This year,
Oh,
Banchero's contract kicked in.
Ben Carroll. That's what it is. Okay, Ben Carroll. So, I mean, you really have no room to make no moves. I mean,
Suggs is
you get
getting paid like 30.
who?
Suggs.
Dang, I forgot about Suggs. Yeah, Suggs 30. Bane is getting the max. Paolo's getting the max. Wagner's getting the max. So I mean, and then I think even Wendell Carter has a decent deal too.
Yeah,
Um,
I think maybe
so I mean,
20, 15, 20, something like that.
but now I do love the addition of Vucevic because I mean, last year, if I'm not mistaken, Vucevic he had some good numbers. I mean, well, I mean, not with the Celtics, but like with the Bulls, he before he got traded, he was averaging 16 points and 9 rebounds. So he is a capable scorer, and I do love the fact I think he could be a potential upgrade over Wendell Carter just from an offensive standpoint. You know what I mean? And I think that could be a good addition. Or even if he just comes off the bench, but if you actually like just let him go, like you know what I mean, like don't really try to limit, like really use what he's great at, which is scoring the ball. So even if you need like a big coming off the bench to score the ball, especially with Mo Wagner leaving, right? So I mean, I think there's definitely going to be some room there for him. I mean, I'm sure him and Goga Batadze will kind of compete, but I really like the scoring potential that Vucevic could add to the lineup, even at $4 million. You know what I mean? So I think that could be some potential there. But I mean, other than that, the Magic are pretty much the same team as last year. It's just, I guess we'll see if this new coach, if Coach Sweeney can kind of, pull something out that, maybe Coach Mosley wasn't really able to do.
Yeah, yeah. Same team. It's basically the same team.
Essentially, yes. I mean, so many different directions you can go next. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's there's so many
I,
different signings everywhere.
I was just literally gonna do what we did last time and go up
All right,
Sham's tweets.
go for it.
Um,
Go for it.
so start from the bottom. I think the last one that's new that we haven't talked about was starting off with Robert Williams the third signing with the re-signing with the Trailblazers for 3 years, 44. Um, so he ended up deciding to forego free agency and decided to just go straight back to the Trailblazers. Um, not much there, in my opinion. Your thoughts?
I mean, just more big depth, right? Uh, you know, he did play. He was solid. I mean, his role is kind of set, right? Cause he's a rebounder, shot blocker, rim protector, an active big essentially. Was very efficient from the field. Shot 39% from three last year, so he's definitely expanding his game, right? And it's good for him to do that. Kind of at this point in his career, because I mean that does save a lot. That does like doing that can add years to your career, right? Because you're not really jumping all the time and you're not really, kind of putting your knees through all that. You're kind of just, so kind of mixing up your bag a little bit, I think would be good. So him, Klingen, Hansen. I wonder if Jan. I wonder if he's gonna be able to get minutes, with Klingen and Williams there. So I wonder how that's gonna go. But I mean, he's definitely found a role, with Portland, and we'll see. We'll see what they can do this year. With Ja and the rest of those guys.
Next one we have Joe Lundell signed a 1 year, $14 million deal with the Hawks. This one seems like the Hawks had money to spend, so then they kind of just rewarded him by giving them all that money that they had left. Because it's a 1 year, so it really seems like here's all the money we have left. Thank you for your services or something.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of been a journeyman. He's been on a few different teams. Phoenix, Rockets. Other teams as well. But um, I mean, he can space the floor, right? He shot pretty high from three. I think what 39% from three. But I mean, he's kind of had a low sample size, so I know. I guess with this deal, he's got to be starting. He's got to be starting next year. I mean, 1 year, 14 mil. I will hope so. Um,
Again,
so,
he doesn't have to start. I think it's just money that they had left over and decided to give it to him. Or they could use that money to pair in a trade later on in the season to match salaries for somebody else. Ooh, that's the smart way to
Okay,
go.
maybe. Okay, maybe. But like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that's the case. But yeah, I'm just trying to see because that's a lot, and for somebody who doesn't really start, that's a very interesting call. But uh, there must be a plan. I'm not too. I don't know about this one.
Next one we have Usman Deng, re-signed with the Bucks, 3 years, 17.5 million deal. So good for him. The Bucks are younger, I guess, now,
The
focusing
Bucks are
on the youth.
bucking.
Okay, the Bucks are bucking.
The Bucks are bucking. OKC
We
legend. Oh my bad. Is there more?
OKC
There's more.
legend. No, I'm done. Go
That's,
ahead.
oh my bad. Yeah. That's it. That's all I've got. Sorry.
Okay. Um, Starting center DeAndre Jordan signed a deal to return back to the New Orleans Pelicans um for his 19th NBA season. So shout out to him for still going strong.
Starting center?
Remember? I know you remember that one episode when I was like, he's my player of the game because he was the starting center for the team.
Oh yeah. Uh yeah, I mean, and did you see like I love the clip from Joe Dumars too. I think he's the general manager or something. Like he had nothing but great words to say about DeAndre Jordan too. I think this was before the contract, so you definitely there's definitely some high morale about DeAndre Jordan within the Pelicans organization. Like everybody seems to love him. He seems to be a great vet, especially for Derek Queen and just a great overall locker room presence. So yeah, it's great for him to continue that role. You know,
Yep, I agree. Next we have the Miami Heat got themselves a sharpshooter. They got Tim Hardaway Jr. 1 year,
nice.
6.5 million deal. Following in his father's footsteps by going to the Miami Heat.
I love that. I love that. That's great.
A good
That's
signing.
great.
Good signing for the Heat.
Great signing. Definitely needed some shooting, like you said. I mean, you've said it multiple times. Shooting, shooting, shooting. It's just it just was needed. So 1 year, 6.5. I could see him starting. Starting next to Davion Mitchell. Him, Wiggins. Bam, and Giannis. I mean, it could work, for sure. I think Wiggins, his shot is gonna have to be on though. I mean, Andrew Wiggins' shot. I hope he's getting like probably like at least 500 makes a day. I mean, like he's gonna have to be ready to shoot for sure. Cause trying to think, I don't know who else do they have coming off the bench. I mean, what Pele Larson, Jovic, uh, they re-signed. They did the 1 year with Simone Fettuccino, so he's coming back. So he's a shooter too. So I mean, they've got shooters, but there's probably still some more signings the Heat's gonna have to do, but I mean, Tim Hardaway's a great start.
Next up, we have a lot of signings. I'm not even close to the top of Shams thing. Um, Braden Carlson from the former OKC legend, former OKC 7-footer, is going to the Trailblazers for 1 year, 2.5 million. I want to get your thoughts on that.
He's listed as a center.
Huh?
He's listed as a center or a forward.
I don't even know. It doesn't mention.
Oh, I thought you said center or
It
something.
just says
Um,
7-footer.
I mean, he didn't really get that much playing time, so and I don't know if he'll get much more playing time in Portland with the three centers I did name. So we'll see. I mean, great. I guess he must be a great locker room guy. Just for him to kind of still be able to sign to a team with three centers that are already on it. So, yeah, I mean, congrats to him, I guess.
Next up, we have Los Angeles Clippers. Kobe Sanders, Los Angeles Clippers, 4 years, 11.2 million. The Clippers continue getting younger. Shout out to them.
Yeah, just building towards the future. Keeping your young guys in and just seeing who becomes what, essentially. At this point, I guess that's really Clippers. I mean, you're just seeing. like who to build around. You know what I mean? And who's here to stay. You know.
Yeah. We have Keon Ellis agreed to a 2-year, 18 million deal with the Brooklyn Nets. So he leaves the Cavs, goes over there to the Nets.
Get in line, brother. I mean,
Get in line.
get in line, brother. I
Okay.
mean, like,
Um,
gosh, it's a lot. There's a lot going on in Brooklyn right now. I mean, you
yeah,
draft Michael Brown Jr., a ball dominant guard. I mean, Michael Porter Jr., he's gonna get his shots up every night. I mean, whether you
Julius
like it or not.
Randle.
Julius Randle, he's gonna get his shots up whether you like it or not. But the thing is,
Nope.
Kyle, he is a good
That
defender.
that
Oh,
defense. Yeah. That's what I
yeah, I
was
was about
gonna
to
say.
say he is a good defender. So I mean, you're not really signing him to score 20 a game. But I'm just trying to see. He could start, like he could start for him. So I mean, it could be a good deal. And I mean, I think it would be a good opportunity. Now, it could be a good opportunity, but then it's going to be a tough opportunity as well, just because I mean, it is a good opportunity for him to show what he can do on such a young team and maybe a team that's not really pushing for a playoff spot. But then again, it could be a tough opportunity on the other side because like you're also on a team where like I said you can prove like what you can do, but then everybody on the teams has the opportunity to prove what they can do. So it's like, what I mean, and it's only one ball. So but the thing about him though, bless you. But the thing about him though, I mean, his defense, like he can affect the game, outside of, just scoring the ball. I mean, in Cleveland, like kind of showed that. I mean, he played great defense. Like Cleveland, he just got in where he fit in, right? Like it may not have been the typical point guard position that maybe he was playing with the Kings, that the Kings were maybe trying to develop him at. But he maybe not have got that same opportunity with the Cavs, but he did show that he could defend, right? So $9 million a year is great money. Like that's incredible money for like
Yeah.
for a role player essentially. So it's great money for him.
Next up, we got the Lakers lost Luke Kennard. He agreed to a 2-year, $13 million with the Phoenix Suns. So more shooting for the Suns, especially they lost Grayson Allen. So it's good they replaced Grayson Allen with Luke Kennard. I think that's a great signing to replace him.
Agree. Yeah, that's really all I had to say. Yeah, I mean you lose shooting, then you get more. So no,
We
great take.
got next up Zach Collins signed a 2-year, $17 million with contract with the Bulls, backup center. Now they got Nick Claxton, so good deal for a backup center for him.
Great deal. And that's a great backup center too. I like it. I mean, he's a tough player, and solid big, can kind of do it all. I think, yeah, he's a capable shooter, so definitely a great backup big to have.
Next up, we have Dean Wade, but we kind of already touched on him with the 76ers. We had Bogdan Bogdanovic sign a 1-year deal with the Houston Rockets. So shooting there for the Rockets, I think it's really going to benefit them. And also, since we're already on the Rockets, you had mentioned earlier, Marcus Smart going over there to the Rockets for a 2-year, $13 million deal.
I
So I
love the
think,
Rockets deals.
yeah,
I love the Rockets deals. Now,
uh,
while I go turn on the air conditioner, does this mean that Fred VanVleet is on the move?
well, you walk over there to the AC. I do not think Fred VanVleet is on the move. Um, I still think Fred VanVleet will be their starting point guard coming in. I think Marcus Smart will come off the bench, be their guard off the bench, in my opinion. And yeah, that's just what I think.
Yeah, I think this is a great deal. Marcus Smart, I mean, I keep talking about it. He played tremendously in the playoffs. I don't think it gets talked about enough. Like, I mean, I'm surprised the Lakers, I mean, didn't do what they could to keep
It,
him.
it's a
Uh,
huge loss for the Lakers, honestly.
yeah, I mean, like it is. Like he was great for them, especially with because yeah, Luca wasn't really playing, right? Yeah, so it's like really no Luca. Like kind of Marcus Smart he was doing his thing. So great for him to get another deal. Great for him to reunite. The last time that that this was a player coach combo, they made it to the NBA Finals, right? Him and Ime Udoka, they both, he was on the last finals team that Ime Udoka coached with the Celtics, right? So, I mean, there's definitely some familiarity there. I'm sure that played a part in him coming here, that relationship there. So, yeah. Second year is a player option too, so he has the opportunity to ball out this year, and then this could be a proven year for him, right? Because think about it, right? You know, you hear mixed things about Fred VanVleet, right? Like you hear about him in trade talks, things of that nature, right? So say Fred VanVleet doesn't ball out, you know what I mean, or anything like that. I mean, of course you hope he balls out, but Fred VanVleet doesn't ball out, Marcus Smart does or shows enough or shows that he's capable, you know, like this could be a good deal for the Rockets, right? Because you kind of already have Marcus Smart in house. Maybe Marcus Smart, you decline that player option and then, sign for something more lucrative and longer, right? So, I mean, it's a lot of different ways this could work out. Um, but yeah, no, I think it's a great move for the Rockets too, for sure.
I agree. Next up, we have John Collins. Ended up signing a 3-year, $51 million deal with the Detroit Pistons. So I think he's going to be their starting power forward to replace Isaiah Thorpe, who they just traded away. And then we'll see if they could re-sign Duran to keep him over there because we haven't gotten any news on that yet. So
Yeah,
ideally, be prepared next time.
that's a whole another story too with Darren. I mean, because he also Darren also met with the Lakers too, I believe. So he
Yep.
met with the Lakers. So yeah, I mean they chose Kessler. So um, John Collins, just trying to see the fit. I mean, it can work. It can work for sure. Athletic, floor spacer, can pretty much do it all. Capable scorer, right? I remember that one year in Utah. I mean, he was balling. Like he averaged like what 17, 18 points a game. Like he was playing some great basketball. So I mean, he's definitely a capable scorer. So I guess he'll probably replace, yeah, I guess Stewart. Like I guess he'll replace Tobias Harris in the starting lineup. So I guess you'll have who
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
have. You'll have well, I don't because you'll have what Cade, Asar would be at the three. Because who was their starting two last year? What
Duncan?
okay, so yeah, probably Duncan or Herder or who's the third shooter that they have? Duncan Herder and somebody else that they signed.
Isaiah Joe is who they have now.
Yeah, so take your pick. I mean, either or, right? So one of them could be the starting shooting guard. Still got a Sar Thompson. You add in John Collins. Hopefully Duran. I mean, well, it's got to be Duran. I mean, like I
It
don't
has
know.
to
I
be.
guess it got to be Duran, right? So yeah, I mean, you're still kind of well off. I mean, you kind of upgrade, with John Collins. It potentially like it could be like one of those low risk, high reward type of signings. I mean, it could like because I mean he has shown that he could average like 16, 17 points a game. And you add some more and you add some shooting. Kevin Herter's going to be healthy, hopefully, right? Isaiah Joe, he'll get a chance. He'll be hungry. Like he didn't get no playing time in the Western Conference Finals, so he'll be hungry to kind of prove himself. So I like Detroit. I like Detroit for sure.
I like the signing. I'm still gonna go back to what I've been saying all season. Detroit needs a bucket getter outside of Cade, and I still don't think they've answered that. While all their signings have been good, Isaiah Joe more shooting, John Collins is good given the fact that you traded away Isaiah Stewart, and you lost Tobias Harris. Um, you still need a score bucket getter.
I think John Collins might be that guy. I mean, like
We'll see.
if he could tap into that, that well, that's what yeah, 19 points a game. You know what I mean? It might be that should be enough,
Hopefully you're right. Hopefully you're right.
Hopefully I'm right too.
Um, Next up, we got Norman Powell, All Star Norman Powell, agreed to a 2-year, $45 million deal with the Chicago Bulls. So get your money. That's what this is. Get your money.
That's it. That's it. That's
Get
literally
your
it.
money. Big
Yeah.
loss for the Heat, though. I think he was playing really well with the Heat, but they just couldn't match that money.
All-star Norman Powell, as you put me on to. Yeah, I mean, he'll have an opportunity to take whatever shot he wants. I mean,
That
definitely a rebuilding team, a rebuilding organization. Uh, I'm sure Giddy will set him up, a lot. Um, you know, uh, Giddy up. But yeah, I
okay.
think yeah, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it's the Bulls. I mean, I don't know.
Next. Um, we talked about how Vucevic signed with the Magic, so that means that Mo Wagner did not sign with the Magic, and he actually went to the Brooklyn Nets for 2 years, 19 million. So get that money, boy. Get that money. Good for you.
Nothing,
See how he fits
nothing
in
at all.
there.
I mean, I wonder if he'll start. I guess he would. Will he's well, no, that because they signed Day'Ron Sharp to that 2 year 20 mil.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't. So I guess maybe Sharp's gonna start, and then yeah, he can come off the bench. I mean, Wagner's used to coming off the bench, so that shouldn't be a
Yeah,
problem.
he's coming off the bench. He's a good energy guy for them.
He
Um,
did.
so I'll be good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's
Um,
a good guy to have for a young team too. Like,
yeah,
like a kind of keep the practices fun, keep the practices competitive. You know what I mean? Like you don't want like you know what I mean? Like makes me think back to that like time like when John Wall was with the Rockets and he was like kind of saying to Jalen Green and them like don't get used to like when the Rockets were like horrible. Like it's like, yo, like, don't get used to this winning stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, to this losing stuff. Like, like Rockets were pretty bad. Like, so to have you need a guy like Wagner to kind of be a bench guy, a good locker room guy, and kind of keep things, competitive.
yeah, I agree. Next, we got Anthony Melton signed a 2 year, $11 million deal to return to Golden State. Good little backup guard for them. We have Kelly Oubre Jr. agreed to 2 years, 17 million with the Indiana Pacers. I think this is a really good get with the Pacers. Halliburton's gonna be back. They just got Zubac. They were in the finals some years ago, so they're pretty nice, pretty nice.
Yeah, if Tyrese can be like 80%, 75% of what he was, they'll be great.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice sign. And then the last one, which we kind of mentioned about it, the Pistons lost to Tobias Harris. He ended up signing a 2 year, $31 million deal with the San Antonio Spurs. Pretty interesting.
It's a great deal for the Spurs. I like it. Um, I like the option also, right? Because there were games where Champagne was kind of off a little bit, right? So I think adding Tobias, I think that's a great mentor. If that's how it worked, like if that's how their relationship goes, I think this could be a great learning opportunity for Champagne. But then also, I think it's a great option for the Spurs. In case Champagne's having an off game, off shooting night or something, you still have Tobias Harris, right? So I think you can put him into that same role, and he's a capable scorer too. He can go off for 20 on any given night, right? So you have Castle who could be a 20 per game scorer. Wemby, who's probably close to a guaranteed 20. Dylan Harper, who's probably close to who if he plays like how he did next year, probably could be a guaranteed 20-point scorer. So I think a great floor spacer for this team and a veteran who knows how to play with different players. I mean, he's played with everybody, bro. Like, he's played with Cade, played with Embiid. I mean, he's played with a whole lot of guys, right? So he's definitely capable of playing with some greats. And yeah, I think it's a great locker room fit and just great signing.
Yeah, I think it's a great locker room fit for them. More leadership in there because what we had mentioned before, they need more veterans, more leadership in there. So hopefully he brings that because you know I would like to think that he brought that over to the Pistons, which allowed them to be that first seed. So he could kind of take that, bring it to the Spurs, and then Tobias could sometimes be your main guy. He's done that for the Pistons at times where he was the main scorer guy. So that's another threat that now it's getting added to the Spurs. So
Agree.
yep, that's it. After that, it was the Jaylen Brown trade bomb that dropped. Um, so that's all the trades, all the signings. At least for now, we all know we're gonna end this video, and then Shams is gonna drop another crazy thing.
LeBron to
LeBron,
the Cavs.
LeBron to the Cavs, exactly.
You really think he's going to the Cavs?
I mean, it will only make sense. And his career where it all started.
Just got to figure out how to get Bronny over there.
Mm, just
Or
leave
Bryce.
Bronny in the Lakers and go. You know, if it hasn't happened yet, which I haven't confirmed, first father son against each other. If that hasn't happened, if it has happened, then who cares? Just get him back.
That sounds wild. LeBron, James Harden, and Donovan Mitchell. Like, that sounds wild.
Evan Mobley,
Evan Mobley,
Jared
Jared Allen.
Allen.
That's too much. That's like way too much.
Yeah,
Like the
crazy.
Cavs had all that without LeBron and still couldn't get it done. I mean, the Knicks were a
But
great
now they
team
have
though.
LeBron. But now they have LeBron if he signs.
Yeah.
That's the difference maker.
Watch that's gonna happen right when we click end.
Yep.
Is it?
Here it goes.
But so far, I mean, maybe we asked this, I guess, after the LeBron deal, but I mean, well, I don't know. I guess we can ask like who do you love just from everything that we've talked about over the past 2 days? The past two episodes. Go check out the other episode as well. Um, who do like who are you loving so far? Pre-training camp, like just from a roster standpoint, who are you liking?
Um, who am I liking? Honestly, the 76ers upgraded from PG to Jaylen Brown. That's scary. I'm
Agree,
looking forward to watching their games.
agree. Yeah, I was gonna say Sixers too. I mean, Sixers they did their thing. I like the Rockets too. You still got KD. You still got Amen Thompson, but I think Marcus Smart and Bogdan Bogdanovic are like two needs that they needed. And I think they did a good job of addressing their needs. So, and then plus you're gonna have Van Vliet back as well. So, Rockets are definitely gonna be a tough team next year.
You're right, for sure.
Yeah, and we shall see. Where LeBron goes to be determined. Uh, I mean, you were right about Jaylen Brown, so you might be two for two. Uh, you know, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Uh, Appreciate y'all for tuning into this video. Catch you in the next one, and we out.